Now to the latest development in a story that GBNews broke in January. And now former Conservative Party leader Ian Duncan-Smith claims China is behind the huge number of postage stamps that are circulating in the UK that are fake. Now, as I said, this was all kicked off by a GBNews investigation, and that was by Jessica Sheldon. And we found that people are being fined £5 to receive their posts because the Royal Mail says that stamps that have been bought at post offices are actually fake. Well, I'm joined in the studio by that woman, Jessica Sheldon, our digital finance editor, who broke that story. Well done. This story just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. And now a former Prime Minister has got involved. He blames China. Do you think that's true, or is that a red herring?
Well, I think it's very interesting because I think there's two elements to this story. We have seen stamps which you wouldn't realise are fake, but when you compare them to genuine stamps, they do look counterfeit. I'll hold them up to the screen now. And you wouldn't know necessarily until you look at them. The barcode is flat, the colour is slightly different.
Which ones are the fake and which ones are real here?
We have some counterfeit ones here, the larger ones, and then these are some genuine stamps.
They just look the same.
It's really hard to spot. Yeah,
I couldn't tell the difference between them.
Now, Royal Mail say, you know, buy your stamps from a reputable place. Now, these were bought on an online marketplace. But we've also heard of problems with people buying stamps from post office and post office stores and well-known supermarkets as well. And they're being told that their stamps are counterfeit. So we are hoping for some answers on that front as well.
Why on earth would the Chinese, if they're going to try and disrupt, you know, the British society, why would they do dodgy stamps?
Well, certainly it's a puzzle. I mean, it's very expensive for people who are getting just a card or a Christmas card, perhaps, and they are having to pay £5 for it. But we need some more answers, I suppose.
Yeah, and Ian Duncan-Smith is calling this an act of economic warfare and akin to printing counterfeit money. Of course, it is causing chaos. You've been contacted by quite a few GB News viewers who've had problems with these dodgy stamps.
Yeah, absolutely. Last week we interviewed a lady who had actually found that the stamp that her son was charged £5 for, because it was supposedly counterfeit, was in fact genuine, and Royal Mail apologised. In a letter to her, they said that the stamp had been rechecked by their team and confirmed to be genuine, and they said that they were therefore wrong to apply the surcharge. I'm very sorry that their actions had failed her on this occasion.
OK, super. That's great stuff. Jessica Sheldon, thank you very much on a story that just keeps rolling and rolling. We have a comment here. A spokesman for the Royal Mail said this: "We are working hard to remove counterfeit stamps from circulation, and we regularly monitor online marketplaces to detect suspicious activity such as sales of heavily discounted stamps, and work closely with retailers and law enforcement agencies to identify those who produce counterfeit stamps. We work closely with a number of police forces across the country, and in recent cases, we have recovered stamps with a retail value of over £250,000.